This is a head-to-head between the beautiful Stanley Bailey No.7 handplane with its Victor hand-forged plain iron and this Griffiths wooden-bodied handplane, which has got to be at least 1958 because that's when they stopped making them. Anyway, so it could be a lot older. And this particular one has the ward cast steel hand-forged, laminated, plain iron. Now, to be fair, this is a bit of an unfair contest, you see, because this is 15 inches, and this one is around 22 inches in length. Yes, this is bigger than that one, as you can see. So maybe it's a little bit unfair. Plus, my piece of wood here is just under 2.5 inches wide, and this one has a 2.5 inch hand plane iron, and this one has a 2-inch hand plane iron. But which one do I like to use the best? Where are the merits in this particular Stanley Bailey metal-bodied hand plane? This is unfair comparison, let's be honest. But anyway, shall we give it a go? Shall we start with the wooden-bodied hand plane? That's what we're going to do, which happens to be this one by Griffiths from Norwich. And they were building hand planes from the 1820s, I think it was, up until 1958. And this is in Norwich, Norfolk. Yeah. And the plain irons themselves were by ward cast steel. They're a laminated plain iron. I've just sharpened it up. I probably could do a bit more honing, actually, to be fair. But it's still a lovely tool. So anyway, let's give it a play, shall we? All right, let's take some shavings. That's what we're going to do. Okay, I've already set the plain iron, so we ain't got to worry about that. So hopefully, actually, oh, that's okay. That's quite thick at the moment, so I'll make it a little bit thinner. So that's lovely to use, you know, it's nice and light, it's easy, it glides across the piece of wood. It's taking reasonable shavings, you know, obviously only 2 inches wide in comparison to the much wider shavings you'll get out of the Stanley Bailey. Is it a good tool? Yes, it is a good tool. Does it have a learning curve? Oh yes, there's a learning curve to use any wooden hand plane. This would actually be a nice one to use, actually. It's a shame, it's lovely. Be a nice hand plane to use when you're levelling off a tabletop, for instance. You could use this like a smoothing plane, for instance. It's actually really nice. It glides, it do. Yeah, when you've got wood against wood, not that kind of wood, no, that's not my thing, that ain't, no. But when you've got wood against wood, it glides, it's more slippy. And beech being beech, it's quite a slippy wood anyway. Now, this is all waxed up and what have you. I ordered it and waxed it and what have you, you know, to clean it all up and what have you, make it a usable tool again. And it is nice to use. Anyway, so that is the Griffith 15-inch jack plane. I should really be comparing this to a jack plane, really, shouldn't I? But we're not going to, because I'm awkward. We're going to compare it to this one, which happens to be the Stanley Bailey No.7 jointer, or triplane. And it's a lovely, lovely tool. Got a few shavings in the way now, haven't we? There we go. Yeah, it is a beautiful tool. There's no getting away from it. I'm not sure what type it is. I did know, but can't remember, to be honest. The actual plain iron is a Victor hand-forged plain iron. Also extremely good plain irons. The difference here is these are the same thickness all the way along, whereas the ward cast steel are a tapered plain iron, and they're laminated. I don't believe these are laminated. I don't know if they're A2 steel or whatever they might be, but it's quite hard steel. Now, if for instance you find a wooden-bodied hand plane with a Sorbie plain iron in it, they're a bit on the soft side. They're not as good as the ward cast steel. So if you can get all the ward cast steel plain irons on a wooden hand plane, they're definitely a bonus. Grab it, snap it up. That's what I would say, because the plain irons themselves have value. That they do. So, anyway, how lovely is this one going to be? That was sharpened. I haven't done it recently, so hopefully it's going to be good. It does feel nice, I have to admit. The extra length, you know, the length and girth, you know, that's what the missus says. It's all about the girth, you know, and about what you do with your tool. That's exactly what it's all about. That's what she tells me. Yeah, that's why she's always looks a bit miserable. Anyway, okay, there's another story and another channel. That is, you see. This one is a 2.5-inch wide mouth and plain iron. It's 22 inches long, so it's longer as well. it is definitely flat. That I know for a fact, because I had it machined when I first restored it years and years and years ago. And okay, it's got a bit of wear on it now, but you know, it's a really nice tool. And I've made these a new tote and a knob and stuff, you know, a bit like what I did with my other Stanley Bailey No.5, which is around here somewhere. I can't see it. What have I done with that? Oh, it's hiding. It's here. It's under shavings. This one there. This is also a Stanley Bailey No.5. It is a lovely tool as well. So, like I say, it's unfair. This is. So let's take some shavings. Let's see what this one's like. Now, I'll tell you, the instant benefit of having a longer plane is that you've got more metal in front of the plane iron, and because of that, as soon as you engage with wood, it's easy to balance. There's none of this kind of lark going on. You've got plenty to get hold of, and you've got the weight in the plane. It feels good. It feels good. So anyway, let's give it a go, shall we? Let's see if we can get a nice smooth shaving, considering I just used the wooden one as well. So I have to take a few swipes first. Oh, I just did what I say you shouldn't do. Dragging the plane back and letting the shaving get caught underneath. Yeah, that's better. Crikey, look how thin that is. So I would say that jack plane, because it's a little bit shorter, hasn't trued this face very well. And also it's a narrow blade, so it's not perfectly true. But this one's going to true the piece of wood up. So there's the merit, I suppose, of having a longer plane straight away, because you've got more plane in front of the plane iron. Makes it much better tool for truing a piece of wood. So that will get to a point where I'll get continuous shavings. Oh, we're getting there now. Oh, I just pulled it through the plane. Don't do that, remove the shaving. That was a jam underneath the plane. So far, I would say that this is a nice tool. There's no doubt there. I'm taking wispy shavings off with this. They're so thin, I'm just trying to maintain the shaving in its full length. It's quite hard when it's thin like that. I'm just taking a little whisper of shavings, nothing to it, it's like lace, you know. So far, I'm preferring this hand plane. But to be fair, I'm actually using the right plane for the job. So that's another point there. If you use a nice little short plane, like a little smoothing plane like this one, it's too short. You could potentially put a convex or concave curve, and it won't necessarily true it up, you see. So that's why you must have a longer plane. All right, so that's the bonus of having a 22-inch. Not for the missus, no, she'll scream. All right, back we go. Let's try again. Let's see if we get full shaving. It's not flat yet. Just 3 more shavings first. It's getting there, though. Let's see. It's getting there. So almost lost it there, where it's almost broke through there. Let's see, and it got engaged again. So there you got a continuous shaving. God, this is like them Japanese contests where they take long shavings with their wooden hand planes. Very wide, long shavings. You see, that's plenty good enough for most people. So let's see if we can get a whole shaving this time. Not quite there yet. Let's try again. Well, this is looking very hopeful. There you go. That is a full shaving. I start losing a little bit here. Now, as far as the contest is concerned between the Stanley Bailey No.7 and a wooden jack plane, okay, it'd be a little bit fair if I used the No.6, wouldn't it, eh? Or the actual jack plane. That's the nearest comparison with this one, but this jack plane's 15 inches, this is about 14 inches, so it's still longer than this one. See, that wouldn't have been a fair comparison either. But this is still a very capable tool, and I wouldn't rule them out. No. In fact, I'm going to be using this a darn sight more in my videos, because I actually really like it. And it's really light, and it just slippy. It's slippy, yeah. It just glides across the wood. Very little resistance, even when you're taking quite relatively thick shavings. It's a really nice tool to use. But I have to say, the winner in this very unfair contest has to be the Stanley Bailey No.7 triplane jointer, if you like. with my modified tote and knob, and the upgraded plane iron, which has the Victor hand-forged plane iron. That's a must. If you can do it, do it. If you can't get hold of these thicker plane irons, I think they actually use Chinese ones are pretty good as well. It's got Chinese plane iron in this Bailey here. So there's a lot of videos on this channel actually regarding that plane iron, and I'm quite impressed with it. And it keeps its edge as well. So I've been using it a lot. But I might be using this one a bit more now, because the plane iron in this is actually excellent. The Ward cast steel plane iron is comparable to the Victor hand forged plane iron. So anyway, the winner of this contest still has to be the Stanley Bailey No.7 jointer plane. It just has to be. But there is a caveat. The caveat has to be, I keep saying has to be, but anyway, the caveat is the fact that this, well, hand plane here, you can pick these up for like £5, in car boots and places like that, like flea markets, second-hand stores and garage sales, you name it, you can pick these up to the point of eventually giving them away. Still. And the plane irons in these, if you can get an old one with a Ward cast steel plane iron, or a comparable one, you can sell that on for 20, 30 quid. Yeah. So, you're not going to lose money. No. Even if you bought one for 15 quid, But I'll have to clean it up. I haven't tied it all up and flatten the sole so it's a usable tool again. But it's actually really nice to use, so I wouldn't rule that out. So, that'd do you. It really would. End of the day, look what they used to make with these things. Beautiful bits of furniture, such as like my great-grandfather used to make. They're fantastic tools. But would I give up my Stanley Bailey No.7? Not on your Nelly. No. I'd give up on the missus first, that I would. Yeah, I'd sleep with this thing, I really would. It's lovely. Oh, I think I've got a problem. Anyway, it's time for me to go and say toodaloo, but please boop the old like buttons, help the channel, But also, we've got a Patreon on this channel now, where you can have you can be a Patreon member. Not quite certain how it works yet, but anyway, links are down below. And you can become a Patreon member, and I'll be uploading plans and drawings and stuff like that. Stuff that won't be available necessarily on the channel itself. Also, some videos on this channel I will make members only, because I'm nasty like that as well. Not all of them, no, but some of them I might do. We'll see. Anyway, maybe some of my old videos where I look like a flipping idiot. A bigger idiot than I do now. Or was that the other way around? Maybe I have grown into a bigger idiot. I don't know. Anyway, you tell me. Leave in the comments down below. Am I a blooming idiot? I hope so. Toodaloo. Life is too flipping short. And it is.